then Frosted Pumpkin, looking around Frosted Pumpkin, and I had been seeing, oh, like Coffee Stitcher and lots of different people doing the last year's, I think it was last year's Stitch Along, the Let's Go on an Adventure. And I love other cultures. I haven't really traveled much. I've actually, other than Mexico, I've never been out of the country. We've been to Hawaii a few times, and I absolutely love to travel. And I think I mentioned this before, but my two youngest get to go to Germany in the spring with the band tour, and then my youngest, my daughter, gets to go to Costa Rica on a science trip the beginning of June. And so I love to travel, and right now it's just not in the budget or time wise. But when I saw the Let's Go on an Adventure, I fell in love with it. And so and it's this one. I'm sure you guys have all seen it. I think I can show the whole thing because it's done. But so I ordered it, and I ordered the kit from Frosted Pumpkin. And, you know, I think that's just the way to go. They just, anyway, I love it. So this is my start on Let's Go on an Adventure. And again, I would really like to add that the dog is in my lap. Can you say hi, Baxter? I know you're really trying to figure out. He's trying to figure out who I'm talking to. He's like, what? Hello. He thinks he's a lap dog. He's not a lap dog, but I don't know, he weighs about 35 pounds. He's a rescue. They think maybe he was part boxer, American boxer, and part pit bull. And you can kind of see the pit bull. I don't know if you can here, but sometimes you can. When he was a puppy, you could really see the supposed pit bull in him. He does not have and I've, when we got him, we read a bunch of stuff about pit bulls, and if they're raised properly, he is the most loving dog, very protective of our family, but he loves other dogs. He loves the cats. He loves everybody. He's he's 2 now, and he's still kind of got that puppy. He has a lot of energy. And he's very bouncy like a boxer. He's got a lot more of the boxer traits, I think, but he thinks he's a lap dog, and I'm ashamed to admit this. I swore I would never do this, but he's very cold-blooded. He's cold all the time, and he has a sweater, but he chews on it and doesn't keep it on. But he sleeps either with us or with my daughter, and under the covers. So I change the sheets every couple days because that grosses me out that the dog is under the covers. I swore I would never do this, but in the middle of the night, when he's nosing his way under the covers, anyway, I'm ashamed to admit that. I think that's terrible, but if you're on the couch under a blanket, he will get under that blanket. He will find the tiniest space and curl up in the tiniest space and get under the blanket. You can see he's just a love. Okay, you need to go. You need to go lay down. Go lay down. Go lay down. No, not right now. So anyway, that's the Let's Go on an Adventure, and it's beautiful. I love it. I need to make it a focus piece and spend a little bit more time on it and get it done. Now I have a cat here. I am so sorry. The meter man came around to read the water meter, and the dogs went nuts. Okay. I do have other projects, but I'm going to show you one last quick thing. My LNS is doing a stitch along. Of course they are, because, I need 8,000 more projects to do. And it is a Hawk Run Hollow stitch along, which I had started looking at after watching Abby Bella Stitch, Abby's videos. And I think she showed a carriage house sampling some project. This was several months ago. And when I looked at carriage house samplings, I found all the different Hawk Run Hollow things, and I looked at those and thought, oh, there's no way. Well, then my LNS put out an email that they were doing a Hawk Run Hollow. Pick any Hawk Run Hollow project And we'll stitch it along for 2017. We'll do a stitch along for 2017. So, you know, what is it? Fear of missing out, FOMO. That's me. I decided to do the shores of Hawk Run Hollow because I am enamored with the sea. I have always, my whole life, well, we lived in Houston for a short time, but most of my life I have lived in a landlocked state. Colorado, Missouri, Indiana, Nebraska. I am in love with the Atlantic and with the East Coast. I'm fascinated with it. I've hardly ever even been there. But I decided to do the shores of Hawk Run Hollow, which looks like this. It's so awesome. And so this came off my rotation yesterday. So last night was 3 days on the rotation. I did not want to put it down. I am addicted to this project. This is my start, block 1, the lighthouse. I also do, because of my infatuation with the East Coast, I do needlepoint. I do quite a bit of needlepoint, and I'm doing a series of lighthouses for our bathroom upstairs, which is decorated for it's kind of watery themed. And so I have 3 done and framed, and I'm on my 4th needlepoint lighthouse. So that was kind of my draw to this. So the lighthouse, the words, which I love, the rocks, which are kind of a pain, but really kind of fun to do. This is done, this is done on 28 count casual linen in crystal helix. It's really beautiful. It's huge. I don't know if you can see, it's kind of more of a gray. So Julie and I, my LNS owner, Julie, and I looked at this and she's like, I don't like I don't know what color that is, creamy or gold. How much gold is in it? That's what she didn't like. And I said, yeah, that doesn't speak water to me. And so we found this, which I think is like a cloudy day. I don't know. It's really lovely, but it's 40 count. So for me, that's a little bit of a stretch. And especially on a project this big, and I kind of feel like once you get the first few stitches in on this really small count, or how do you say that? Is it large count if it's small linen? I don't know how to say that. If the thread count is large, it's smaller, right? The holes are smaller. But anyway, I feel like once you get your first few stitches in, it kind of like creates a path. So then it's easier to continue stitching. I don't know. It seemed my first few, I started with the lighthouse up here with this white, and I was like, oh, this is going to be tough. And then, no, it's not tough. It's 1/2 on 40 count using, that's a story I have. Okay, so Julie called and said, okay, I'll order that pattern for you. And it's calling for the NPS, is that the right word? The NPS silks. Do you want silks or do you want me to do the DMC conversion? I thought, well, I want silks. If the pattern calls for silks, I want silks. I had no idea how expensive that was. Anyway, very pricey. So, yeah. But anyway, this project was quite, yeah, it's okay. It's all good. It's all good. Yeah, it's fine. It's all going to be fine. Anyway, I love it. Oh, I was going to say, I'm doing everything as called for, except for the fabric is a little different and just in color. I think it did call for 40 count. The only thing, can you see the sun with the face? No, I don't like that. I'm not doing the face on the sun. I don't care for that at all. Now, I looked kind of hard at this pattern. The moon over here is very unique. It's almost like a patchwork moon. I think that's cool. That's artsy to me. But the face on the sun, I don't like that. So I'm just doing the sun. I'm doing it, doing everything just the way it is, but just no face. So anyway, I was sad to take this off my Q-snap last night. I thought that was kind of sad, but it's fine. Then, so anyway, those are kind of the 4 projects that I've been working on the last couple of weeks. I have also, and I think I showed rugs. I think I talked about Christmas gifts to the kids, and that I was giving both of the girls a rug this year, and then I was doing Giant Harry Potter for Ryan. So Giant Harry Potter, I'm going to work a little bit on the February Snowflower Diaries today, and then Giant Harry Potter needs to come back into my Q-snaps tomorrow, and I need to work on that for several days, and that probably needs to be in my rotation a couple times a month at least, if not more, because that needs to be done. But I gave both of the girls their rugs for Christmas, and they were pleased. My older daughter especially loved her rug. I think I put a picture of it in. I might include a picture here at the end. And then I gave Maddie the cat rug, and she loved that. I know I've showed a picture of that before. And then I went back to, over the summer, Ryan helped me organize the basement, and I have like 19 or 20 or 22, something double digit up there, works in progress in rugs. And these are rugs, these are not just patterns, these are rugs that have been color planned, so all the wool has been purchased for them, or they've even been started. So I decided I was going to go back to, okay, one last little thing with the dogs, and I put Baxter outside, and hopefully it'll be fine, and I can finish this up really, really quick. I don't even know where I was. I don't even know what I was talking about. Oh, rugs. Okay, so I finished up those rugs. I put and if you follow me on Instagram, you will have seen it this morning. I put on my rug frame a rug that I had started in a primitive class, an heirloom rug class, I think 2 years ago. It's a deer coming up out of the water, and it's primitive, so it's all done on with okay, so we have cutters that cut our strips, and we have different size cutters that cut the wool into different size strips, average 1/4 of an inch. This is done in the primitive fashion, so it's done without a cutter. It's done with scissors, and you snip it, you rip it, and then you cut it. And so the pieces are much wider and wonky, not even, and that's the whole idea of this class, is to do an heirloom, very primitive looking rug. And so I finished it this morning, and it is done, and I love it. It's old. It looks like it's 1,000 years old, and it looks like a 2-year-old hooked it, and that's what it's supposed to look like. The owner of the rug hooking store taught the class, the heirloom class, and her thing is, you're making a rug that only a mother would love, or only the owner would love, and that's this rug. And so it's just fun and just goofy, and so I'll include a picture of that too. If you're not interested in the rugs, you can just quit watching now. I think that's just about everything, guys. I'm going to try to do videos. I think what I'm going to really try hard to do is do 1 video a week, and just do 15 minutes instead of doing 2 videos and then uploading 2 videos. So we'll see. I'll try to remember to include pictures of the rugs. If you have any questions, feel free to leave them. I love hearing from you guys. I love talking to people and connecting with you, and just have had so much fun watching. Of course, Danielle, Stitcherista, and we're thinking of you. Everyone is, and lots of prayers. Abby, Marlene, Stitching by the Lake, she's just a joy. Beck Island, Sylvia, oh my goodness, I could listen to her. I could just listen to her all day. I want to be able to sit and have coffee with you guys. It's just, it kills me. It's such fun. Vana, everybody. I mean, just everyone, all the guy stitchers. Anyway, I need to sign off. Hope you all are having just a great week, a great month. Happy stitching. Hope to see you soon. Bye, Flosstube.